What's up, everybody? This is Superstar coming at you with this reaction video. First time doing this stuff, but we're gonna have fun and let's get started, baby. Roll it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to be reacting to this video, the 10 weirdest foods eaten around the world.
Say what?
Like, you gotta admit, there's probably some weird, crazy food out there that how do you even eat that shit?
Why?
You know, like, excuse my language, but like, I eat some pretty weird foods, but I don't know. Like, I was told to watch this video, so I have no clue what's gonna happen, what's gonna be shown. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. So we're gonna watch this video real quick.
We're counting down the top 10 weirdest foods other countries love to eat.
Other countries. Kahash.
Not every strange foreign dish stands a chance of
Kahash?
murdering you, but there's still plenty odd to American taste buds. The Armenian soup called kash is just that.
Oh,
Kash is cow meat simmered in broth and liberally seasoned with garlic, salt, and lemon juice.
Okay,
Doesn't sound
not
so
bad.
weird.
What the
except
heck is that?
The cow meat in question is from the hooves. Yes, to eat kash is to eat cow feet. Even stranger is how some chefs will add pieces of cow stomach to the mixture.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's all the parts of the cow that American steak enthusiasts tend to ignore, but Armenians
There's a
swear
reason
by.
why.
In their country,
Hey guys, there's a reason why we eat certain parts of certain animals, because one, it's good, and two, it's just not weird. I mean, who eats cow feet? Who eats cow's stomach? What did they say? Cow stomach? Ugh. I don't know. You guys probably might like it, but not me. Not me.
kash is as much a ritual as it is a meal. Preparing it can take upwards of 2 days. After removing all the hair,
2 days?
a
Look
chef
at that
places the hooves in
They be
cold
stepping
water
all
for
over.
at least a day.
They be
This is to
walking in
remove all
mud,
possible
stepping in
dirt,
poop and shit.
impurities,
Like,
and funky smell. After all, who knows what the cow stepped in?
exactly.
Then you simmer the hooves in water for
Exactly.
8 hours, making sure to check in every hour to top off the water and prevent both the pot and feet from drying out.
I don't know about
After
you,
that,
but
you scoop out the broth and meat
I am
and
not.
serve.
I'm
All
not
the
gonna eat
seasonings
that.
come later,
Not me.
added according to the diner's personal tastes. Making this long ritual even crazier is that kash is typically
It's a
meant
ritual,
to be enjoyed in the morning as a hangover cure after a night of craziness and partying. So for a soup made of feet and stomach, chefs will often go without sleep to ensure it comes out perfectly. It kind of makes spending 10 minutes slaving over a hot George Foreman seem lame by comparison.
What the?
Ever
Hakaro.
put food in the fridge and forgotten
What is this?
about it,
Hakaro?
only
What
to
is-
find
what's
it months
Hakaro?
later when cleaning out the fridge? You wouldn't eat that, right? If it was halkutic, you would. Typically found in Greenland, halkutic isn't just any shark meat. Preparers
Shark?
usually use meat
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
from the Greenland shark, which is highly poisonous due to all the uric acid and trimethylamine oxide. The only way to detoxify the meat
Can you
is
really?
to ferment it, and this process takes months.
Can you really
First,
eat
you bury
shark?
the meat in a shallow hole and cover it with gravel and large stones. This helps
Yo,
to
this shit
remove
is
toxic
crazy.
fluids from the meat.
Not
But doing so
me.
takes anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks. After that, you cut the meat up into strips and hang it out to dry. It's another several months before the meat is dry enough to serve. Once it is, you remove the now browned skin, cut the meat into cubes, and eat. If you've never eaten halkutic before, know what you're getting into. Fermented shark meat still contains a tremendously high level of ammonia, so the second you sniff it, you will likely gag, cough, and possibly dry heave.
So why-
Those who get past the stench,
So-
however, insist that
No, wait, hold up. So if we're, I don't understand this world. If food is not like, if it's gonna like harm us human beings, then why even try and eat it? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? What are we doing with our lives? Like, do we really have that much do we really not have that much food to eat around this world that we have to go find other things to eat, other animals to eat? Oh my gosh. Like I don't know. It might just be me. It might just be me.
Taste is far milder and is actually quite pleasant. So hold your nose and give it a go.
Oh, heck no. Stink bugs? I think I might just end this video. Oh no. Stink bugs. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, I'm just gonna let it play. I'm just gonna let it play. You, just by my reaction, you know how I feel about it already.
The very name should be enough to put anybody off this food.
Exactly.
Stink bugs are exactly what they sound like. Insects that give off a terrible scent. Much like skunks, stink bugs emit their smell when defending themselves. And even if you like eating bugs, this might very well turn you off to the idea of eating these particular ones. Even so, they're a popular snack around Africa and countries like Taiwan.
I'm just
They're
grossed
apparently
out.
quite spicy, and people love to eat them both alone and mixed in with other foods. But
Ugh.
worry not, for the spice doesn't come from the stink glands. When preparing the bugs for consumption, cooks do remove the glands.
I do not care.
Not eating the stink might make eating stink bugs more palpable, except for one other issue. You may be eating these bugs alive. In Mexico, they use a species of stink bug called the humil, and this hearty little guy can survive upwards of a week after being cooked and beheaded. So if you eat a taco sauce mix containing humil, there's a good chance those little guys are still alive and kicking. That fact might stink most of all.
Wow. I am not, nope, not
Chances
me.
are you've eaten clams. Perhaps you've eaten them raw, but have you ever eaten them so raw they're still bleeding? Probably not,
Ugh.
and for good reason. Blood clams, usually
I don't
found around
know.
the Indian Ocean, are a particular
if I can
kind
do
of
that.
clam called Tegilaka granosa, most notable for producing tons of hemoglobin. This is
There's
the
some
chemical that gives blood its
there's some
lovely red
weird-ass
color,
booze
and blood
in
clams
this
being
world.
loaded with them means when you open one, that stuff will spill everywhere. While you could theoretically
I'll
boil
eat
most of
clams.
this liquid
Like, I
away,
eat clams,
doing so
oysters,
means
all
you're
that
not
stuff,
enjoying
but-
blood clams the way they're meant to.
Ah,
For
look at
fans
all
of the
that
dish,
blood.
the rawness and bloodiness is part of the appeal, so most chefs will boil them for 20 seconds maximum. This keeps all the hemoglobin and rawness of the meat
Boil-
perfectly intact.
Why are you
Fans
gonna
swear by
boil
the
something for 20
tastiness of blood
seconds?
clams,
What is that
but
gonna do?
Even they can't deny the inherent
What is that
dangers
gonna
of
do?
eating such a dish. Since there's no prep time aside from an ever so brief boiling, all sorts of viruses and bacteria a blood clam carries are still there. So feel free to eat this meal, but no, dessert may be a heaping helping of hepatitis, dysentery, or worse.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm done.
If
I'm
you
not gonna
want
eat
a
that because I
truly
don't want
sensational
hepatitis or
soup,
whatever
head to the
disease that it comes
Vietnam,
with.
Cambodia area and give white ant egg soup a shot. If you don't want to eat hundreds of ants at various stages of development, however, then maybe stay away. True to its name, white ant egg soup is comprised of white ant eggs.
White ant
if you
eggs?
eat it, fans say, the eggs pop open in your mouth
Gordon
and emit
Ramsay?
a sour flavor.
No!
So if Sour Patch
My
Kids have
favorite-
lost their luster,
one of my
try
favorite
some
chefs in the
ant
world,
eggs
no!
instead. But that's not all. This soup also contains partial ant embryos as well as baby ants.
Oh, okay.
So no matter what stage of development you like
Well-
your ants, this soup has got you covered.
What did I
Unless,
just
of course,
hear?
you're one of those oddballs who like to chow down on adult ants. If that's the case, you'll just have to make your own soup.
Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding
While
me.
this dish may sound like something
What
a
am I
child may
watching?
invent, or perhaps an ingredient in a
Tuna
witch's curse, in
eyeballs.
Japan, tuna eyeballs are a real delicacy. A tuna's eyeballs are roughly the size of a tennis ball, so there's plenty
Holy
to consume.
shoot.
When cooked, the outer part of the eye, called the sclera, becomes extra chewy and not particularly edible. However, the inside becomes quite soft and easy to drink if that's your thing. Despite many chefs sautéing the eyeballs with flavors like soy sauce and ginger, many people report the taste as kind of bland. It sounds like the rest of tuna is far more flavorful. If you still wish to try
Oh,
some
yeah.
eyes next time you're in Japan, make absolutely sure
So
that cooked.
let's just
Some may
stick
say you
to
can eat
eating
eyes
the
raw,
the
but doing
freaking
so
meat,
risks
not the
contracting all
eyeball.
sorts of bacteria.
If it's bland.
As other foods on this list have already proven, bacteria isn't a fun part of any dining experience, so please cook your eyes before consuming them. In addition,
Yes, please cook your eyes before consuming them. Cook everything. Don't eat anything raw unless it's raw tuna, raw fish. Like those are fine. Yeah, I don't. I'm just dumbfounded watching this video.
Should you try tuna eyeballs, be sure to ask for its accompanying shot called tuna's tears. It's a mixture of strong spirit soju and raw tuna fish lens, and it's likely to bring a tear to your eye as well.
Soju. I'll do something with the soju, not the
There's
eyes.
a chance you've eaten uni at your favorite sushi restaurant,
Uni.
or at least seen it on the menu.
Gee, that's
But
a
do
lot
you
of us
know what it
Polynesians,
is?
we
If
eat
you
a lot of
answer
uni.
It's a sea urchin. You're only partially correct.
Gee, this
Uni
is
a
not
sea
weird
urchin,
to me
yes,
because
but
it's
there's
part
only
of
one
our
part
culture.
of the urchin that's even remotely edible. It's gonads. So if you order,
They just eat it straight from the ocean.
understand
Grab
you're about
that,
to
grab
eat an
that
urchin's
spiky
raw
thing,
testicles.
crack it,
Each urchin
boom.
contains 5 gonads.
Eat it right there
but
from the
only
ocean.
A small amount of urchins sport the edible kind. So when you manage to eat uni, understand you're about to consume a rare delicacy. You'll just have to get past the psychological aspect of exactly what you're eating. It's actually an incredibly versatile
real.
food, and you can find it served as sushi, sashimi, atop of bed of pasta or rice, or steamed in an eggy broth called chawanmushi. Or if you're particularly adventurous,
Chawanmushi.
you can simply crack open a uni like a walnut, scoop out the innards, and eat away. That is, if you're okay with eating a living creature's reproductive organs while it slowly dies in front of you.
Well, if you put it that way, hell no. I'm not eating
Millions
no
upon
creatures
millions of people
reproductive
enjoy sushi
anything.
and sashimi, but most would turn and run at the extreme version of that.
Whoa,
a Japanese dish
what's
called
going on?
odoridon, where you essentially eat an octopus alive. To prepare odoridon, a chef will take an
Hell
octopus
no,
or
I'm not
squid
eating nothing
and chop
alive.
its head off. Then they'll immediately place the raw corpse upon a bed of noodles, rice, and salmon eggs. That's it. Then they bring the freshly dead octopus to your table, and it's time to eat. As you might have guessed, a headless octopus isn't actually alive, but it might as well be, given how active its nervous system is. Pour soy sauce over the body and it will start to wriggle and shake. That's because the sodium in soy sauce activates the tentacle's neurons, which have not yet shut down, to come alive. These neurons stimulate nearby muscles and cause them to contract, which makes it seem like your food is dancing around. So why on earth would anybody want to eat such a thing, you ask? To many, the sensation of eating something that's squirming inside your mouth is worth the night out. Despite how, if you're not careful, it could
Not
be
me.
your very last night ever. That's because the still wiggling and contracting tentacles might just latch itself onto your throat as you attempt to swallow them. Quick reminder, the suction cups on these tentacles are incredibly strong. If it does this, you're likely to choke to death. Best to stick to calamari, in our opinion.
Oh, that's a no. Oh, balut.
Eating roast duck is normal.
Balut.
Eating duck eggs is also normal.
See, this is
But
not. This
balut,
is not.
which is an egg with a
This
duck
is not
embryo
weird to me
inside, is just plain bizarre.
because
This
I grew up with a
off-putting
lot of
Filipino dish is
Filipinos.
prepared by taking a duck egg and fertilizing it.
I mean,
for
it's
several
pretty
weeks.
nasty,
After
but it's
about
not
3
weird.
weeks, the egg sports a well-formed fetus, complete with feathers, wings, and a beak. They then hard-boil the egg and serve it to the hungry party, who eats the entire embryo straight from the shell. While you may be cringing at the idea, rest assured that balut is not a dangerous food unless you choke on the beak or something.
Got him! Got him!
You're essentially eating a combination of duck and duck egg after all, and gaining all the calcium and protein from both. What's more, according to local Filipino belief, balut is a great libido-boosting aphrodisiac. That's something to consider for your next dinner date. If you want to try balut, you don't have to worry about shelling out tons of money at a fancy restaurant. This is no rare delicacy, but rather a normalized snack you can buy almost anywhere in the country. Expect to pay about $12 for a dozen balut or $1 each. That's cheaper than a McChicken and healthier to boot. Everyone likes soup, but not everyone is likely to enjoy fruit bat soup. It won't take long to understand why.
What the heck
to
is
prepare
that?
this so-called soup, which you mostly find in countries
Oh,
like Clam,
bat?
you take a wild fruit bat
There is
and
no
boil
way.
it alive.
What? What the fuck?
Then you
Oh,
place the
freaking
bat in a
bat.
bowl with some coconut milk and a few vegetables. Then you eat it. That's literally it. Did you notice the recipe doesn't
What
include
the
instructions like debone the bat or remove the bat's hair or behead the bat? That's because you don't do any of that. You eat the whole bat, wings, eyes, nose, brain, and anything else aside from the bones, and pluck the hair out of your teeth while doing so. Never mind that, when prepared this way, fruit bat soup sounds unbelievably bland. It's also unbelievably dangerous. Much like odoridon, the fruit bat ends up on your plate immediately after dying. Unlike odoridon, however,
my gosh.
this was a wild bat that was only superficially cleaned prior to boiling. As such, it's still loaded with all the bacteria and parasites you may expect from a wild bat. Eat
Yo,
this
this
dish,
shit
and you're
is
asking all
crazy.
sorts of deadly diseases you simply can't get from a nice bowl
This
of
is
alphabet soup.
crazy. Who eats bat? Who thinks of eating a bat? Not me. Oh my gosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this reaction video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There was some crazy food out there. I probably won't eat any of that. But if you try it out, just be careful now, all right? Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys are new here, if you like the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button so that you guys are notified whenever I post a video on my channel. I'll catch you guys next time. Aloha.